very important for you guys to understand both sides of the position and to understand why certain things work, certain things don't. When you are on the bottom and you get mounted, if you're flat, it's good for the top person, it's bad for you. You have to turn what's bad for you into good for you, it turns into bad for them. When you're flat, it's great for the person on top. When you're on top, keep them flat. Because if you allow them to turn on the side, that's when you can move laterally. It's very difficult to move laterally when you're like this. I mean, how am I gonna do it? Like this? I'd have to come to Mandy's class for 10 years in order to be able to have these little blinks or whatever to be able to move. That's why when you turn to the side, you're able to move laterally and destabilize the top person, okay? However, if you find yourself in a situation where all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I'm getting mounted, and you wind up flat, okay? Number one, you have to have your elbows in. Arms up is horrible because I want to keep him on my hips. Hips is where it's bad for him and good for me, okay? Because I can elevate my hips, I can move, and I can begin to get to my side, okay? One simple thing what we're gonna do is keeping the elbows in. Actually, we'll take this way. Both knees up is bad for me because he can hook his legs. I need to make sure that as I keep him off of me, my elbows are in, I find one foot flat to the floor. And I make it difficult for him to clamp on. This right here is real easy, okay? Because if he drops his chest, he'll hook my legs, and now for me, it's hard to escape. I can't do much. That's why for me, I have to be able to get one foot on the floor, one leg on the floor, frame his hips, and I can now turn on my side. Because I'm more on my left hip than I am on my right hip. Okay, here's me flat, but to turn this foot out this way, if you look, I have to turn my hip to keep that foot flat. From here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna frame his knee, okay? And I'm gonna keep moving it towards my knee, my elbow meaning, and I'm gonna be pushing his knee. As my knee is gonna do one of two things. It's either gonna make his top leg, his right leg so uncomfortable as it bends out, okay? That he will have to at some point, because yes, move it up. Okay, from here, I'm gonna push this in, and I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna get my underhooks right here. Okay, very, very important because now he's not mounting me, and now he's gotta stay mounted. So as you get mounted, okay, I want you to put your foot flat, and I want you to be able to create a wide type of base here, okay? Because a couple things happen here. There's either gonna be, you're gonna be taking his knee out to the point where it's gonna feel uncomfortable, or they will straighten that foot and keep it flat, okay? To where you can begin to use this leg to scoop all that up and lift it into a half guard, okay? The half guard I've found is a much easier way to escape a mount than the traditional upa, because it takes a lot of energy to upa. You got 2-3 upas in you feel you're gonna be gapped, okay? So what you're gonna do is he mounts, okay? I wanna go like this, and turn on my side. I wanna frame his hips because I cannot allow him to get his knees under my armpits. This is real horrible because now my arms are exposed. And now he's gonna push this arm across, he can take an arm, and now right here, I already have, yeah, look at that, big problem. Even though I failed with that arm raiser on Professor Brad, but I just sat there and just wanted to see what he would do, and he just ripped out of it. But I violated what I teach you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see how he's kind of far up on me. I'm gonna move down, and I'm gonna keep this base wide, okay? And I'm just gonna walk my knee out, see, right there. The second that happens, I'm gonna bring my knee to my elbow, okay? And I'm gonna frame as I push his knee here, and everything turns as I begin to shuck him up, okay? And now I begin to create my escape. I just want you guys to get to this half guard. Remember, underhook is a clamp right here, okay? Underhook is controlling here. Underhook is not me pushing him off me like a bad turtleneck, okay? Because this right here is gonna expose your arm to darts. Your head and arm, yeah, it's right there, okay? Because look how close my head and arm are, okay? So if he just loops that arm underneath and grabs my hand, I'm already screwed right here, okay? So I wanna be here, and I wanna be driving his weight forward, okay? As I can begin to work my way out and get to the top. But I just want you guys to get to the half guard by doing this. So as he mounts here, look, one leg flat, you have a preferable side. I like to use my left side, okay? I can go either way, but I like this way. Right foot is here, I'm gonna turn my hip, and I'm gonna push the knee down so that there will be a point where they will try to fight it, but as you walk your foot out, like heel, knee right there, it will come up. And as it comes up, you slide it through and get that inside leg in as you bring him up and turn to your side here. Because here you can begin to switch your feet and create pressure here on his belt line. Not up here, not up here, not here. Here, yeah, because he's kind of uncomfortable here. Take your hands off the mat. And you corkscrew and you keep dropping, okay? So I just want you guys to do this. Get mounted, feet wide, right here. Feet down, okay, right here. Frame, right here, okay? And I just want you to keep tension here so he does not slide up onto your chest and off your hips. I'm keeping him on the hips. I'm gonna walk my foot, knee, and just be careful because, yeah, it's right there. Second that happens, I'm gonna crunch right here. I'm gonna bring my knee to my elbow as my elbow pushes his leg in between, and I'm gonna clamp right here, okay? As here, I'm gonna float it up in front of my right side, okay? And my left hand is underhook going across his hip line. Belt line, hip line, whatever you call it, but not up here. This is horrible. This does nothing. Posture up. This does nothing. This does a lot. Okay? And your bottom hand is going to be on his far knee. Okay? Let's try that first, and then we'll work it into something more. 1, 2, 3. Okay.